Hey everybody, the Respiral here, and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Oh my god, I don't think I've been this excited to play a game in so long. Mostly because recently I've absolutely binged the Phoenix Wright show, or anime, and I've really liked it, and it's just made me get kind of obsessed with the games, so let's go. New game. The first turnabout. Confirm. I'm hoping the screen is in the right way, I guess. So like, I'm hoping having the left screen be the bigger one works out in my favour. I think it does. Damn it! Why me? Dun dun dun! I can't get caught. Not like this. Oh, fucking hell. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Boom. I'll make it look like he did it. Really hope I can change the speed of the text. August 3rd, 1947 AM. 1947. 9:47 AM. District Court, Defendant, Lobby number 2. Can I like press the A button? Oh, the music. I forgot that the music's so good. Boy, am I nervous. I can just press the A button. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favour. A favour? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yep, that's him. Death, despair. Oh! I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Look who it is! Larry Butts. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished? I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. Oh, the music's so good. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Bum bum bum. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault, he just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Yeah! August 3rd, 10 AM. District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh man, look who it is. Oh! Listen to this fucking jazzy song. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The, defense is ready, Your Honour. Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honour. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honour. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking, eyesight, fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's Phoenix Wright, Maya Fey, Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report, cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot, I'm drawing a total blank. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim's name. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, I'm begging you. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case? Court record. So if I look at this Cindy's autopsy report... Actually no, I can go to profiles. You've got Maya Fey, Larry Butts, Cindy Stone is her name. The victim in this case. Right, so it's Cindy Stone, Cinderblock. Oh wow, Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. That fucking look he gives, like, oh yeah. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... If I got this and now check the autopsy. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. Oh shit. I pressed R. I wondered what it'd do. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. So type weapons submitted as evidence by Prosecutor Payne. Okay. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during a trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Dunk. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ah dear. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So, Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens or stop him from answering? Should I just wait? I'll wait. Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, no way. That's cheating. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. You know, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly, or stop him from answering? Okay. I'm not sure. It's probably a good idea to answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Ew. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. My God! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawyer to the stand. God, look at him. Mr. Sawyer, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawyer, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 PM. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. Oh, pardon me. The one that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it, the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Well, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination. Witness's account. Right, okay, so... he was going door-to-door selling subscriptions when he saw someone fleeing an apartment. Wait, so I can keep going back and... okay. Back and forth. Right, okay. I'd say usually the contradiction is the time. Yeah, they're usually the contradictions. Remember the time exactly, it was 1 PM. So present. Is it the autopsy? Oh, well, there we go. That can't be right. Her time of death was between 4 and 5. Objection! You found the body at 1 PM. You're sure? Oops. Wrong screen. Yes, it was 1 PM for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Oh, I love that action. It's like, yeah. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 PM. There was nobody to, no body to find at 1 PM. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, look at him sweat. Oh, that. Oh, not even Payne's sweating. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 PM? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Beep boop boop boop. Boop beep beep boop boop beep boop beep boop. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Wait, so we're going through another testimony. The time of discovery. Oh, right, here we go. Go for it. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program, but the blackout. Whatever. That's why I thought it was 1 PM. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. You fucking bet I will. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Yeah, this one's really easy. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Objection! Blackout report. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon till 6 PM on the day of the crime. Yeah, from noon. Objection! Hold it right there, criminal scum! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Oh no! You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Well... The defense has a point. You fucking right I do. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawyer? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Is he wearing a wig? Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawyer, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawyer. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please. Alright. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. But the clock doesn't... What? The clock doesn't have an actual dial on it. The thinker, it speaks. The time. I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That's actually a good point. I only know this because of the anime, which has kind of spoiled me a bit, but whatever. No, I never realised. The clock, you don't know it's a clock. Like, if you look at it, it just looks like a statue. You're wrong. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? Oh yeah, that music. Bum 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 bum. You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawyer. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was actually a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? No. Of course I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness never testified that he even entered... testified that he never entered the apartment. Could not read that for some reason. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Oh! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawyer. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Aha! But what's up? What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw... What the fuck? Oh my god, look at him! He looks like a monkey. Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn. Give him death. Jesus. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defence's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. Better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawyer heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawyer, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right, how am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close! Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawyer. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. No! There we go. Not so fast, Mr. Sawyer. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The passport. The day before the murder. Apparently arrived home from Paris. There we go. Boom. Check that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawyer? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? What the fuck? Oh god. Oh, he frothed up at the mouth. Jesus. Order! Order, I say! Alright, we did it. I find the defendant not guilty. Oh yeah, we're back to this nice-ass tune. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete an offence so quickly. Oh, pardon me. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. Boom, boom. Not guilty. Woo! And with that, the court is adjourned. Oh man, a 30-minute case. Turns out that Frank Sawyer was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. Oh god. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching, her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sark grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and struck her dead. Bloody hell. August the 3rd, 2:32 PM. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. They were all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I can't stop yawning and I don't know why. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey! Oh my god, yawning so much, really fucking annoying. Here, take this, it's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Or want to just cry? Larry? Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathise with me. It's okay. I'm not just sympathising, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I don't know. Wait, I'm just confused. Would it be the clock? I guess so. Present. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she travelled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take travelling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Yeah. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realise things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast on to innocent butts. Fuck me. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Damn, we moved quick from dinner to drinks. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the centre of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Dun dun dun! The end. So that's the end of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm kidding. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Save cleared date? Yeah. Might as well. Oh, you can save at any time. Let's start Turnabout Sisters. And hopefully I can stop fucking yawning. Bring! Oh god. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. No, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favour to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about an upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. And it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. Yeah, I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. Had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting. Maya. Beep. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 AM. Whoa. September 5th, 8:57 PM, Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar.